Hey artists, Miss Bacon here. I'm just going to do a quick video that shows you how you can start submitting your work on Schoology for your art courses. So I'm just on an example page right now of Mrs. DeSalt's, and there's two different ways that you can find assignments. One would be in the upcoming area. So in this one, I'm going to use the example assignment. Otherwise, you should be able to find your assignment in the folder for when it was assigned. So in this case, we're going to be looking at this beginning folder, and that's where you will find it. So when you click on that, it's going to give you the option to submit on the right hand side. So click submit, and then you've got a couple options here that pop up. One would be to upload in this area. So if you've got a file on your computer and you want to upload it that way, that's one way that it would work. So for example, if I was submitting the autobiographical artwork, I could choose that, open, let it upload, and that would be one way that you can do it. And then adding in any comments below here. Or you could do it in the create area, and this one would work kind of similar, where you go at insert content, and if you choose image media, same thing, you would find it on your computer and do it that way. Or you can do it directly from your Google Drive. So if you go insert, comment, and then you go to your Google Drive, you should be able to find it in that way. And so for this one, you could click on it and import it, and there you go, you've got it. And this one is nice too, because then you can also be typing if you need to answer questions or something like that. You could also type that stuff in there. And then the other way to do it would be through resources. So if you click resources and then click on the apps area, same thing, you should be able to find it this way. Now, one thing that we are recommending that you do is create your own folder for your course. So for example, if you are in the Draw Paint 1 class, you're going to be needing to make a folder called Draw Paint 1, and then you should be able to find it that way. Now, I have a ton of things that are labeled Draw Paint 1, so I actually have to scroll down in order to find the folder. But for you, most of you aren't going to have a ton of stuff in your drive called Draw Paint 1, so yours should come up pretty quickly. We are putting our first projects in the inspiration folder, so you should be able to find it there, and then again, you can import it and then put it in. Now, I'm having a couple issues that I need a tech person to work with, so mine's not going to show up right away. But that's how you'll be able to do it and then submit it from there. So just so you can see one way of it actually, completing this, I'm going to go in and do it this way instead. Again, any of these ways really work as long as we are able to see your work. So then if you do it this way, it's totally fine. That is a very large picture. So I'm just clicking and dragging the corners to make it not so giant. All right, so that would be one way that you can do this. And again, if you ever needed to add text, answer questions, etc., you would be able to add that in there as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and submit this, and then Mrs. DeSalt's going to see it. If you ever realize, whoops, I submitted the wrong thing or whatever, you are able to go back in and see what it looks like after you submitted it. So I can see that this is what it looks like. So this is exactly what it would look like for me as the teacher when I go in and see it. So if you look at this and you're like, oops, I did the wrong thing, you can always resubmit it and you can do it a different way. So anyway, all three of these tabs will work for you. It depends on if you have it in your Google Drive or if you have to save it saved on your Chromebook. Hope this helps.